Good morning students, I am Shomajit sir. Today I am here to deliver my lecture on topic respiration. We'll start a fresh new chapter on respiration in plants. We'll see the introduction of respiration in plants. Here I'll discuss about respiration in plants and breathing in plants. So watch the entire video lecture to gain basics out of it. So without any delay, let's start with the topic respiration in plant from the chapter respiration in. Okay, so without any delay, let's start. So let's start with the topic respiration in plants. There is a fresh new chapter that we have started today after photosynthesis. So you can see one reaction is given below. You can see glucose plus 6 oxygen. This is a reactant, and what are the products? It forms carbon dioxide, water and ATP. So the reaction of respiration in plant is glucose plus oxygen. It gives carbon dioxide, water and energy in the form of ATP. Oxidation of food material, that is breaking of carbon-carbon bonds of complex molecule within the cell to release energy for ATP synthesis, is called cellular respiration. So what is cellular respiration? Oxidation of food material. So oxidation of food material is called cellular respiration. Oxidation of food material, how? By breaking of carbon-carbon bond of complex molecule that is within a cell, and it releases energy, okay, in the form of ATP, and here ATP synthesis takes place. This is called cellular respiration. This energy is used for absorption, transport, movement, reproduction and breathing. Okay, so this energy is used for absorption, transport, movement, reproduction and breathing. So you can see the ultimate source of food that is respired is photosynthesis. Okay, so the ultimate source of food that is respired is photosynthesis. You can see the light energy, and you can see in there is a carbon dioxide and water in light energy in presence of chloroplast. Okay, you can see so left hand side is a photosynthesis and right hand side is a reaction. Okay, these are for respiration. So you can see a photosynthesis reaction is given here. You can see carbon dioxide plus water in presence of sunlight, that is light energy, and chlorophyll. These all takes place in in chloroplast. Okay, not mitochondria. This all takes place in chloroplast, and you can see what produced oxygen, glucose is produced. So this is a cyclic process of photosynthesis and respiration is going on. So this is a cellular respiration. Okay, so ATP is produced in mitochondria. You can see two diagrams are given in the right hand side. On top there, that is a structure of chloroplast, and bottom there is a structure of mitochondria. So respiration and photosynthesis is a cyclic process. Okay, so you can see compounds that are oxidized during respiration are called respiratory substrates. Okay, so compounds that are oxidized during respiration are called respiratory substrate. Example, carbohydrate. Okay, so example is a carbohydrate that is most common. Then protein, fat and organic acid are also produced. So what are respiratory substrate? Compounds that are oxidized during respiration are called respiratory substrate. Next, you see the energy released is not used directly. Okay, so the energy you released, okay, so the energy released is not used directly, but it is used to synthesize ATP. Okay, when energy is needed, ATP is broken down, hence ATP acts as energy currency of cell. So ATP, that is adenosine triphosphate, here acts as energy currency of cell. So the energy, okay, so the energy released is not used up directly, but it is used to synthesize ATP, and this ATP is then broken down. Okay, and this ATP is also called energy currency of cell. Next we'll see about breathing in plants. You can see the lenticels are present in stem. Okay, whereas in leaf, stomata is present. Okay, so for respiration, plants get oxygen and give out carbon dioxide. Okay, and in plants gases exchange occurs via stomata and lenticels. Alright, so in plants, gas exchange occurs via stomata and lenticel. So this is for respiration. Don't confuse with respiration and photosynthesis. So the pore that are present on the stem are called lenticel, and the pore that are present in leaf, okay, that is stomata. You can see there is a closed stomata structure is given, open stomata structure is given, okay. Then why plants need no special respiratory organs, okay. So why plants need no special respiratory organ? Before that, one more thing I would like to explain in this slide. You can see here, like plants take in carbon dioxide and release oxygen, okay. Plants take in carbon dioxide and release oxygen, but in night time it is reverse, okay. They take in oxygen and give out carbon dioxide. So let's discuss about the topic why plants need no special respiratory organs. Why plants don't require respiratory organ. Like human beings or animals have a separate respiratory organs, but why plant don't require? Okay, so we'll explain this. So we can see each plant parts take care of its own gas exchange needs, okay. So gas transport is very limited there. So gas exchange is very low as compared to animals. In animals there are much amount of gases exchange is taking place, but in plants there's a very limited, okay. And each plant parts take care of its own gases exchange that is needed. And leaves are adapted for maximum gas exchange, okay. So leaves are adapted for maximum gas exchange during photosynthesis. So leaves play a very important role in gases exchange during photosynthesis. During this, oxygen is released within the cell, okay. So in stem it's lenticel, and in leaf it's stomata that does gases exchange, okay. You can see most living cells have contact with air, okay. So most living cells have contact with air. They are located close to plant surface. In stem, living cells are organized in thin layers beneath the bark. They also have lenticels. So lenticels is present in the stem. In leaves, stems and roots, parenchyma cells are loosely packed that provides interconnected air spaces, okay. So in leaves, stems and root, parenchyma cells are loosely packed that provide interconnected air spaces. Next you see breathing in plants. So you can see in breathing in plant, that is respiration in plant, glucose plus oxygen, okay, and it gives carbon dioxide, water and ATP. ATP is in the form of energy, you can see. So this is a balanced reaction you have to write, you have to memorize this. That is glucose, okay. Glucose is C6H12O6 plus 6 oxygen. These are reactants, and what is the product form? That is 6 carbon dioxide, 6 water and ATP, that is adenosine triphosphate, is in the form of energy. So complete combustion of glucose yields energy, most of which is given out as heat, okay. So the complete conversion of glucose yields energy, most of which is given out as heat. So you can see the reaction, glucose plus oxygen, it gives carbon dioxide, water and energy. This energy is utilized to synthesize other molecules. So during the glucose catabolism, not all the liberated energy goes out as heat. Glucose is oxidized in several small steps, okay. So glucose is oxidized in several small steps. It enables some step to couple released energy to ATP synthesis. So during respiration, oxygen is utilized and carbon dioxide, water and energy is released. So during respiration, oxygen is utilized and carbon dioxide, water and energy is released. You can see the reaction on the left hand. So you can see certain organisms are adapted to anaerobic conditions and some are facultative anaerobes, others are obligate, okay. So certain organisms are adapted to anaerobic conditions where some are facultative anaerobes and others are obligate. Thank you students, this was all about the entire video lecture. Here I've discussed about the topic respiration in plant. This was the introduction class of respiration in plants. So stay at home, stay safe. I'm Shomu Jisa signing off for today, and again we'll meet in the next class. Thank you, students.